video for you here. Christmas is coming up real soon, and I bought these 3 trucks for a little over $600. Minus, the tax and stuff, it was under $600. It was like 500 and something. But what these are an arrma Gorgon, an arrma Fury, and an arrma Vortex. Now, I watched a guy on YouTube, I watched quite a few people on YouTube modify these trucks, bash them around, beat the snot out of them, and the one person who convinced me to buy these platforms was a guy named XOCaged RC. Now, I'm not affiliated with him, he doesn't even know who I am, but he took an arrma Gorgon, put way more power in it than it was probably designed for, and beat the snot out of it, and it held up. I watched this truck take hits that should have broke it, and it didn't. So I'm fairly confident in saying that these are pretty solid platforms, and the fact that they come brushed right out of the box, they're very much an entry-level RC, but with the stock parts that they come with, I don't think you're going to be able to go fast enough to do any damage. What that's good for is people who are just coming into the RC. So with Christmas coming up, there's 3 vehicles here that you can get for your kids, or maybe you want to get your family into it like I did, right? I got one for me, one for Braden, and one for Mom, because she drove the Baja Ray at the beach and was like, hey, this is kind of fun, I want one. So yeah, 3 people can get into the hobby for right around $600, which for 3 different trucks is a really good deal. And honestly, I don't think you're going to find anything else of this quality in this scale for under $200 a piece. And these were right at around $179, somewhere around in there. I can't remember exactly, but they were, in my opinion, the cheapest, and from the videos I watched, most reliable option for cheap trucks to get people into the hobby, whether it be a family member or just presents for maybe your kids or somebody else's kids if you're doing Christmas for others. I think these are going to be a very good deal. So I guess with all that being said, I guess we should just kind of open them up. Now, somebody couldn't wait to open his, so this one's already been opened.
Well, everything's been put back into place.
This is an arrma Fury. It is a 1/10 scale, 2-wheel drive, brushed trophy truck. I'll give y'all a look under the body here in a minute. Wow, it even comes with hex drivers.
Yeah, it comes with everything. I found that really cool.
It comes with a battery, correct?
Yes, it comes with 2 batteries, actually.
Really?
I think.
No way.
Let me see.
I'll have to look that up. Is there not a battery in there?
Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong.
I was online. I think it said it comes with a battery and a charger.
Yes, I believe it comes with a charger. That's this little white
For
box.
For an entry level RC, we're not going to worry about showing you the controllers or anything like that.
Well, we may as well, just to see what they would get,
Yeah,
if anybody
see
really
what they are, but they're
this.
probably just your typical RTR style radios, which there's nothing wrong with that. I've used RTR radios my whole life and like them. So yeah,
That's actually kind of
it's just a really lightweight kind of. You can even drive with one hand with that one.
I think the batteries go on the top of it.
You do have steering trim and what looks like steering rate, so you can even slow down how fast it steers.
That's actually kind of nice.
You have steering reverse on the rear. You have throttle limit on the controller as well. So you got 50, 75, and 100. These things are not blisteringly fast out of the box, but I didn't know it came with that. So now knowing that you can limit the throttle to 50% on a brushed truck, I don't think you could break it. After what I've seen people put these things through at 50% throttle with a brushed setup, I'm not sure you could break it if you wanted to be honest. We'll have to test that theory, but yeah. So that's what it all comes with. You get a little baggie of parts. This is going to include, in this white box, a charger.
Yeah, batteries for the controller, the charger.
Yeah, it literally comes with everything you need straight out of the box.
It also has paint protection stickers.
Really? So the tires don't run through? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I love that.
I've never seen that before.
I think that's really cool.
If you look back here at that, there's a fan. It doesn't come with a fan, but you can buy an aftermarket fan and just bolt it in. And then you got direct airflow to the motor. So that's really cool as
This
well.
in. Hold on. There we go.
Those little things here push down against your battery, see?
And it makes it a little bit difficult to close.
So, is there a way to stop that from happening? Yeah, you just kind of got to hold your tongue right, I guess.
I think if you just put the battery on the tray and then slap it up on the underside, I think that would probably work.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Let's put the battery wires back here so it forces a bit of a gap between the batteries, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite a fan of that.
Well, we'll deal with it. We can get it fixed out, and if you have to kind of undo it, we'll figure out a way to get around it, and we'll
There it goes. Okay.
put a workaround out or
So
something.
that worked that time. So this one,
Be manning the.
I'm buying an adapter for my charger. That's
Yeah.
what that is. But this one is the arrma Vortex. So
Me and cameraman for a minute.
It's going to be the pretty much same chassis as these, but I'll show you some
It's
differences.
the chassis is a little bit different. I will admit. I took a look at it,
Yeah. So
and I did leave your cover on because I know how you feel about smudging fingerprints and everything.
we got the same thing for this one. Your same box of tool or bag of tools, battery charger, so on and so forth. It's going to be the same remote as the other one. So this is the Vortex. This is another two-wheel drive, but this is a stadium truck, kind of a truggy type of look. If you're into the hobby, the closest thing you could probably compare this to would be like a Traxxas Rustler or something like that. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. I think the gearing on it is a bit different because the tires are different size. But again, if you're just looking to get into the hobby, none of that matters to you. These trucks come out of the box ready to run everything you need, all the batteries and everything.
You just charge the batteries and run it.
Yeah, but there is a difference between this one
You got the clip up there,
and the Fury.
and you kind of pick that up and just pull it back. There you go.
The main difference in these two are going to be your chassis. So we'll leave the body on this one, but if you look at the difference in wheelbase,
Move it back a little bit.
the Fury is a little bit longer, and that's because the Fury has a longer chassis. It's the same style chassis, and I think all the parts are interchangeable, but it's just slightly longer. And when we get around to opening up the Gorgon, I'll show you all that one. That chassis is actually a little different shape, if I remember, to get a little more ground clearance out of it, because the Gorgon is supposed to be a monster truck. So,
Which I
pretty
think.
much all the same stuff. You still have a fend mount here. This truck, I think they come with 2-in-1 receiver ESCs. I don't see a receiver anywhere on it. So if you are
the
gonna
receiver's probably on the inside.
if
Actually,
you are going to,
I think that's your
yeah,
receiver
that's
there.
the steering servo. If you are ever planning on upgrading these to brushless, all three of these, you will need to buy a different receiver because the receiver's built into the ESC. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, this is the same thing as the arrma Fury, just a different chassis, sort of. They also have, it looks to have the same front and rear shocks.
And I believe same controller as well. Yeah, the exact same controller.
Yeah, same controller.
Yeah.
They don't like to stand up particularly, do they?
No,
Maybe with the batteries in, they'll stand up a little better.
the
All right.
wheel is what makes it heavy.
So, there's the Vortex. Again,
can't
it's
mix these
basically the same thing as the Fury.
It's
just more of a shorter wheelbase and a different body style. Other than that, everything's the same except I do believe the gear, the battery compartment
You got to push out with your thumbs or the fingers that are on it there. There
is
you go.
going to open up the same way. Let's see, what does this one come with?
I think
for
it's
a
the same battery.
3300.
I think the other one
Was
was a
that the same one?
3300, I think. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, you got the orange plate to match the orange body and the blue plate to match the blue body. Again, all interchangeable. If you want to buy a custom colored plate, you probably can. I imagine they sell them.
Speaking of which, since the Gorgon we're going to open up next is Mom's truck.
She wants a good purple, so
I got something special planned for that.
which I just ruined. My
You
bad.
ruin everything.
True.
Just playing. Alright, is that hooked in there properly?
And lift up on the back, see? Just try not to break it. Alright. Setting these two.
Dude, I do like that pin system. That is nice.
Right? The pin system is really good. I think that's a great idea.
Alright,
Also, your controller's in here, by the way.
Can you
Set that over here. Set that one over here.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to get the controllers mixed up because they all look the same. Which probably means they're all compatible with one another, but being the 2.4 gigahertz that we run nowadays, it's not a problem.
And this is opened already?
Probably not.
They even got
And this is the arrma Gorgon, which is a big, beautiful monster truck. Well, not so big, but still beautiful.
I do think that you
Think
can...
that?
Yeah, this is really like a kid's box. This is like exactly a kid's box.
Woo.
Nice shiny body. Move on, move on, Marsh.
Does this one have the same clip design?
Let me see. I haven't
Similar,
opened it.
yeah. Okay, hold on.
I haven't opened it, so I don't know.
So here's your arrma Gorgon. It's again the same chassis as the others, just different wheels and tires. The springs on this one are also red. I think these had black springs. What color are yours?
I think mine
black?
are also black.
Yeah.
Let me actually.
So this
zoom
one's
that back
actually one of the most color-coded trucks in the lineup because the bumpers are more exposed. They're all color-coded with the body. So
and the body already looks lovely.
Yeah, this truck comes with a couple of different color options, and they're all color-coded to match.
And I'm also assuming they come with custom bodies.
There is no way they pulled that off.
What?
I wonder... I don't know if this is based off of a real-life monster truck or not.
I believe it is. I believe the Gorgon's real. Why?
The name on the side is S.L. Jackson.
Yeah, it's over here too. I don't know it, so you'll have to tell me after the video.
Well, the first thing that came to my mind was Samuel L. Jackson. That's funny, man. You just have the two clips.
Oh no, that is different.
And they're retained. It didn't come with the fan thing on that one.
Oh.
A bit of an oversight. I mean, you still put a fan there. It just didn't come with that factory cover.
That might be factory.
But yeah,
issue.
this all looks like
Unless
it's going
it
to
came.
be... Oh, it might be an option part in there somewhere.
Probably.
But
Yeah, I think it even has a little
now you can
part
see
in
what I
there.
was talking about with the difference in the chassis here. Can you hand me that chassis? This truck, the chassis down here is flat. It's going to be the same on that one. The Gorgon, however, the chassis is raised a bit in the middle to get you that extra monster truck ground clearance. But other than
And
that,
these are also not foamed.
yeah, these tires don't come with foam. I was talking about earlier, Exo Cage, he put a 3S system in this.
Yeah, I know. You
And
told me.
ballooned these tires crazily, and they never bought. They never failed. So I mean, foams are not.
I think the
For a
reason why.
stock broach setup, you're fine.
because
the Gorgon, again, I'm not really going full on in detail with these because they're all basically the same truck minus a couple of little differences here and there. But yeah, it's another brushed truck. Looks to be the same ESC and motor. Yep. Steering servo is a bit different on this because the chassis is a bit different. It's probably the same servo, just placed in a little different location. As you can tell, this one's kind of rocked back. This one's flat.
Also, the
I
steering
do believe
servo
the
connection is
Gorgon-
down here.
I do believe I was told that the Gorgon had longer shocks up front.
Well, yeah, it would have to. Because it rides higher, right?
Yeah,
So it would have
I'm
to.
not sure though. But yeah, all of these trucks, all three of them, got them for under $600 without shipping,
That's actually.
and taxes and things like that. I think at the end of the day, it came out to a little over $600. But I am confident that these are going to be fun trucks. They're going to be tough trucks, and although I haven't owned these, I haven't even driven them. I've watched plenty of videos on them and seen people beat the snot out of them, and I think that I could recommend them for new people. We're going to find out as we start driving these. They will probably eventually get brushless upgrades, but for now they're going to stay brushed, just as a couple of family trucks to go out and have fun with. The low power is going to mean that they're also hopefully reliable. So for those of you wondering, they all do come with plastic drive shafts. They are all two-wheel drive, and I think most of the parts are going to be interchangeable. Let me look at that. Look at these front.
I mean, I would imagine so.
Yeah, it's all the same chassis. These also come with all hex hardware, not Phillips head screws like you see some other cheaper models come with. I think that's a good enough look at these. I'm not going to get them out and drive them in this video. It's nighttime out, and I just got them in tonight. It's like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I was told that you would need a USB cable for this charger. It does come with one, at least this truck did.
Oh!
What's that?
Oh,
a third
that's
view?
sick!
What is it?
I'm going to show them first. So this is...
Is that the exploded view with all the parts numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see exactly what you need. And on the back here, you have also how to change your spur gear, I think, right? Spur gear? It gives you instructions on how to do those. You get instructions on how to do all this.
This video is all over the place.
I know, I'm sorry. That's mostly my fault. If Michael was the one that was running it, he would be like way more steady with stuff.
Okay, it does come with a roof skid for the Gorgon back here.
I think that's
Yours doesn't seem to come with
wing
the
mount.
skids. This one comes with a lot of skid protection though. It comes with a molded piece in the hood up here. It comes with roof skids. And this rear wing will probably do a good bit too.
This is already 27 minutes long, a video.
Alright, I spent 30 minutes putting skid plates on a Creighton. That video will be up probably after this one. I want to get this one up before Christmas. Alright, I'm going to stop messing with that. But there you go. 3 trucks for around $600. This is in the United States. It may be a little different some other places. And I'm confident in saying that they're good beginner trucks to get your family into the RC hobby or to give people for Christmas. They have replacement parts, they have aftermarket support, a little, not the most in the world, but they do have some. And maybe in a different video I'll go over really in depth in some of them, but I think I've covered it pretty well. I mean, once you've gone through one of these trucks, you've gone through all of them. There's minor differences and that's really it. So yeah, anyways, confident in saying that these are good trucks for the money. And I could recommend them to anybody getting into the hobby and even anybody who's been in the hobby. I mean, these things, if you got a brushless system laying around, pop it in and have fun. Because the guy I was mentioning again, he was doing backflips with an arrma Gorgon. And it's, from what I understand, it can be difficult to get backflips out of a 2-wheel drive. And he was doing them like they were nothing. So these trucks are absolutely incredible. Again, that was with a brushless system. They're not going to do that stock. But yeah, we'll get them out later and we'll see how they all handle. I think that's pretty much everything I was going to say. The main point of this video was to show you all 3 trucks that you can get for the family for Christmas. This truck, and I'm sure it's like this with some of the others too. Your clip system here, if you pull it out too much, you pull it out of this, and you have to realign it with that hole before it'll slip back in there easily. So what happened was we pulled it out too far, and it wouldn't go back in. So just realign it, and then it'll slide back in.
All right.
I bet it goes right on now with no problems.
Probably, yeah, hopefully. Well, there that goes.
Durability test for the controller. There we go. Now the body's back on. Just simple user error is all that was. That was my fault. Yeah. Anyways, I think I've gone over all the talking points I need to go over for this, but yeah. If y'all already own one of these, let me know what you think of it. Leave it down in the comments below so that other people know, weaknesses, strengths.
I mean, we saw kids running around with the Gorgons, so.
Yeah, at the Bash and Thrash event.
Yeah.
They seem to work just fine, so.
They work perfect for little kids, probably like 3, as long as they know how to hold a controller.
And again,
use
with the brushed power system and the throttle limit on the controller, like
you can have that battery last for an hour, probably.
no, probably not that long, but they're not gonna go very fast, is what I'm saying. So I think they're good trucks. I definitely recommend them. We'll see how they hold up over the how many years I own them and run them. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. I hope this helped y'all make a choice for maybe Christmas gifts or something like that. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.